All right, two equations. Now I'm gonna do this one as though you were doing this on an exam, and you didn't have colored pencils. You just had a pencil or a pen. Okay, so I'm gonna do it all in black, which it gets a little messy, but it's doable.
Can you do it in?
Let's do it all in green, at least so we can see the stuff. Yeah, fair enough. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that top equation, and like I said, I don't like to mess with that standard form linear equation stuff. So I'm going to change that into slope-intercept form. So negative 2x plus 2y is greater than or equal to negative 8. Okay, so to do that, we need to isolate the y, so I'm going to have to zero out the 2x by adding 2x to both sides. I put that beneath the negative 8, even though it's not a like term, so I know I can't combine them. So I'm going to keep them separate, right? 2x minus 8. I just want the x term to be first, so it mimics slope-intercept form, right? So divide all the terms by 2 now to make that a 1y, which equals greater than or equal to, I'm going to show the 1x and then minus 4. You don't have to show the 1, but you can. I'm just showing the 1 so we can actually see the slope. And yeah, I divided all the terms by a positive, so it's not going to change the inequality. But right there, I got the negative 4. That's my y-intercept at 0, negative 4. I'm going to put that on the graph. And then my slope for this one is 1. I'm going to show it as 1 over 1 so that I know I'm going to go up 1 and then to the right 1. From the y-intercept, which I've already put on the graph. So this is going to allow me to put a lot of points on the graph. This one is going to be a solid line. So up 1 to the right 1 is the next point, up 1 to the right 1, and then we get all these other points there. This one has a lot of points on the graph, so I'm not going to show all the stair steps. But yeah, I can mimic the stair steps backwards this way to get these other points too. And again, I'm just putting all these on the graph because, I don't know, I can, and I'm doing it by hand. So now that I've done that, I now need to make my straight line. Hey, I'll call that a success. Is it perfectly straight? No, but I don't care. Some students do bring, yeah, I know, some students will bring a ruler for the exams. That's fine. I just don't care. So now that I have that, I'm going to test the point 0, 0, because again, the line is not on the origin at 0, 0. So I'm going to test 0, 0 in the original inequality, which is negative 2x plus 2y should be greater than or equal to negative 8. So I take my x's and my y's, I replace them both with zeros, which is an easy calculation because now it's just zeros greater than or equal to negative 8. That right there is true. So like I said, if you, doing this on an exam, I would just want to keep track that I'm shading on this side of the line. So here's what I usually do is I just make some lines out, you know, just kind of extending from the line that I've drawn. And again, if I see this on an exam, I understand what's happening, okay? So that's for this, just this line that I've already drawn. Now I need to graph the other inequality. And so this plus 4 right there tells me that I'm going to have an y-intercept at 0, 4. So I put that on the graph, 0, 4. And then my slope there is showing, I'm going to make it negative 1 over 3 because I always like my denominators to be positive so that I know I'm going to the right. So the negative 1 tells me to go down 1. And then the 3 being positive tells me to go to the right 3. Okay, so down 1 to the right 3. There's my other point, down 1 to the right 3. I see an intersection. And then down 1 to the right 3. I can copy these stair steps to the left. Left 3 up 1, left 3 up 1, left 3 up 1. And this one right here is going to be a dashed line, right? So I've got my points on there. Can do a dashed line like this. That's not too bad for me. All right, but then again, it's not going through the origin, so I know I can test the origin with the equation, right? I'll do it over here on the right. Y should be less than or equal, just less than, sorry. Negative 1/3 times x, which I'm going to replace with 0, plus 4, and then, yeah, replace the y with 0, too. So 0 should be less than 4. Yeah, that's true. Now, again, 0, 0 is below, I'd say below this dashed line that I just drew. And so I would show that everything below it is true. So I'm even though right now I know that this part is false, I can keep that there just so I know where to shade. And remember, it needs to be shaded where both parts would be shaded. And I can see that it's shaded below the dashed line, above the solid line, so it's this section right here. So how would you show this if you just had a pencil? Just any way that you want to, like if you want to just extend these down in here. But notice now I'm not going past these lines, otherwise it looks really nasty.
You're really just looking for that shape, right?
Yeah, somewhere in here. So yeah, some students like to cross hatch it. Some students like to just make it like, you know, like actually shade it, like thick and thin lines or something. I don't really give a crap. It just, I just need to be able to tell that you know that it's this section that should be double shaded or cross hatched or whatever you want to say.